he's supposed to start sharp 4, but due to circumstances beyond us, it's late. So for that being the case, before we start, we would like to apologize on behalf of Barhama and his sister, of course, for the late start of the press conference. First of all, my name is Master Jawara. Of course, I'm the press officer of Barhama, and of course, we all know who Barhama is, and of course, our sister is not a new face to all of you here. So first of all, I would like to, of course, that's the manager, Musa. That's Musa right there, the far left. Of course, before I do a quick rundown, or before we start, I would like to make at least a little bit background info of Barhama, of him, Barhama and his sister are one of Gambia's finest melodious people, of course, we can have in the industry, no doubt about that. He have been doing music for some time now, and we all know this goes way back with his brothers, of course, who are now in Senegal, and he is doing a solo career now, of course, and 2 years back, of course, he launched his debut album that he called I Am Barhama, which actually means peace, if I'm right. Yes, that was launched 2 years back at QCD, and the album was out last year, officially on all digital platforms. Of course, it has been making wave. The numbers are actually doing extremely well online. Of course, we all know why we are here. We call on the press because we're from Ramadan, and we cannot grant interview to each and every media house. So that's the reason we said, why not call the press, tell them about this classic event that is, of course, the classic itself. So that's the reason why we're here. And of course, to open the press conference, I will give the baton to Barhama to give a rundown of the classics, the event itself, where it started, the motive behind it, the main team behind it, of course. So let's hear it from the host mouth.
Thanks so much for being around. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to welcome each and everyone for taking your precious time and then attending this beautiful press conference. Okay, Barhama and Mariama, for those that have never heard of us or seen us before, we are from the same mom and dad, meaning like Mariama is my sister. Barhama, I have been doing music for quite a while, together with my group, which was Kiki Family. They were my cousins. So we built a group called the Kiki Family. And then through the Kiki Family, we initiated something called the Classic. And at the initial point, the idea was, everybody have been doing a show most of the time because they're launching an album or an EP or whatsoever. So we decided that we want to launch an event, a show that's going to happen annually. But the aim of this event is for an event that is totally different from the regular events that have been happening. So the first concept of the Classic was just to try to revive how Gambia yesterday was, because Gambia is a beautiful country that everyone knows. But sometimes this current generation didn't have much knowledge about how yesterday was. And in life, it's always good to remember how things were, so that you will have a better understanding of how to build yourself tomorrow. So, being under the leadership of that Yousou Ndure Senior, may his soul rest in a perfect peace, he has told us a lot about how Gambia yesterday was. Taking it back to Super Eagles. Gambia was the hotspot for music. You understand? Super Eagles were touring all over, not just Gambia, but they've toured around Senegal, West Africa. And then wherever they went with their music, they amazed everybody. You understand? So, but that knowledge, that story of Super Eagles and how great their music was, the young people, the young cats, young musicians, we don't know anything about those things. So we decided to bring the classic to remind the young generation about the music of yesterday and how they are connected to our today's life. Not just listening to the melodies, but also to the lyrics and also to the teachings of the music that Super Eagles, Kelawar, the list goes on, what they have been doing. So we have done that for quite a while together with KB family. Then since my brothers relocated to Senegal, I've been here doing my thing for a while. But last year, I have this in mind together with my sisters. Okay, Mariama has been doing her thing for a while too. So now, what we want is, I want to bring myself and Mariam on this stage because Mariam has been grinding on the low, trying to develop herself to be more of an artist that can represent Gambia in every aspect. So along the way, she has been working with Musa. They have been doing a lot. But I realized that everything Mariam has been working on when it comes to being an artist, being, a role model, being somebody that the young people can learn from, everything is ready. Now it's time for the world to see the thing that Mariama has. And in order to do this well, I cannot do it in a small concert. I cannot do it in any kind of a concert. I have to bring her together with me, together with the team. We initiate something that is different. So, the classic that used to happen, we bring it back, but it's the rebirth of the classic again. So, classic dafa juduwat in grand style, because this time round, is a brother and a sister doing it. And then looking at that, you can see the gender balance, Do go what go they can do the same. So we've been thinking together, we've been talking together as a group to understand what to give out. Because when you go to most of Gambian shows, it's obvious that you see the same thing. We are here to entertain, bam, 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 it's finished. Up to an extent that most of our elderly people, most of our well-respected people, they can go to our concerts because the nature of the way we structure things, from the musical thing, from the arrangement to the settings and things like that. So we were like, why should it be that way? The only time our mothers, our grandparents do them to a show is when Yousou Ndure is around, is when Wali Sega is around, is when Sidi Joe is around. While we have what it takes to take that step to bring them out, to celebrate with them. We can do it as Gambians. So this classic, that's the idea. So this year's classic, the theme is made in the Gambia. Made in the Gambia in different sense, in so many senses. There are so many beautiful stories in this Gambia that we live in. There are so many amazing people in this Gambia, from artists to entrepreneurs to scientists to journalists to so many things. The list goes on. But when are we gonna start celebrating what belongs to us? The word of people used to say that loving myself has nothing to do with hating you, but self-love, self-realization, certain things, it's really important, because before you love others, you have to love yourself. Man, personally, I always look good, not just to impress people, but I want to impress myself first. So in this music that we are into, and in every walk of life out there, as Gambians, we have to recognize what does mean the Gambia mean. So, classic, it's going to be that event, whereby through our music, through the music that have been done by, the legends, like Dr. Sujai Senior, like Maudo C, like Janiba Kuyates, what have they taught us about Gambia and Gambians? And I believe that's what we need as young people, to remind each other about being patriotic, to remind each other about what it means to love your nation. And then loving your nation has nothing to do with involving in this or that and that. When you love your nation, you stand for your nation. You stand for the development of your people. You stand for the development of your peers. And then you stand for development in every aspect. And I believe music have a very, 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 very important role to play in that. And sometimes we as musicians, we tend to forget our real mission, you know. Most of us have been concentrating much about entertainment, which is very good. But I believe it's always good to entertain and educate rather than just thinking of entertainment, because we have a role to play in society, you see. So this classic, of course, it's gonna be entertaining, because that's what we do, you know. The melody voice will always entertain, of course, but the educative part also will be really part of this classic, you know. So the classic is gonna be divided into 3 segments. The first segment, which is the most important part, is going to be the concept itself, the production, which is made in the Gambia. And made in the Gambia segment, we'll be performing different songs, not our own songs. We'll be performing songs from legendary Gambians, fused with poetry, you understand, and give the people a taste of what made in the Gambia means from our musical side, from the poetry aspect. So it's going to be a night that you don't want to miss. The second part is going to be reviving, taking people back to the songs that belong to us. Culture is our civilization. You understand? So sometimes we have to bring back the songs that we used to sing during our childhood days and fuse it with this current generation to make them understand how beautiful those songs are. How beautiful we can take it and then turn it to another level, and then it can be exported anywhere around the world, because it's it's ours. The third part is going to be us, Barhama, Mariama, our songs that people know. Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy. You know, Kuba, Bekera, and then so many other songs that we will celebrate together. So basically, classic is going to be centered on those aspects, you know. And I believe it's really necessary to call the media, talk to them, and then give them an insight of what exactly you want to do. You understand? So it will be a pleasure to have everybody there, because we are launching something that I believe, as time goes on every year, you know, it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Because this year I was like, after selling Pension Hall already, some people were calling me and then telling me, why didn't you do it here? I believe even the management of Tamala, they were asking me, yo, it's classic. It should have been in Tamala, you know. So get ready from this one. The upcoming classic is going to be different. You know, we might be seeing it going to different places, because we want it to grow. But we can grow alone. We can grow without the media. To be honest, everything that Barhama and Mariama is doing is being appreciated because of you guys. It's been appreciated because of you guys have been talking about it. You guys have been praising it. So to be honest, you know, just to take this precious time to say we really appreciate your presence, you know, and then that's what I have for a start. And I must have you know, she has been taking most of my fans lately, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a little bit kind of jealous, but trust me, you know, as time goes on, not Gambia, not just Gambia, but you know, she is ready to take over, she's ready to do great things, you know what I'm saying? And then here is Mariama.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Take this opportunity to thank everybody that took their time, precious time to be here with us today. It really means a lot. And to everybody, the whole media house in Gambia that came in this press conference, it's really appreciated. Like Barhama just mentioned, Mariama has been a brand that has been working over the years, studied music, played keyboard, but then luckily I miraculously met with Sasaso, who's a power player, and then we bonded so well. So over the years we've been playing in different places, different hotels around the Gambia, and at the same time trying to perfect this craft, because we believe we have something to offer to the Gambian audience, but to the world at large, something that could be exported outside Gambia. So it's been a while we've been working, and then we realized that it has to go out, and then this concept of classic came in. So it's going to be a platform that we are going to just showcase ourselves 100%, because I believe it's time for the world to just see what we have to offer. But then I just want to say this about classic. Classic, it's going to be different with any other concerts that you've ever witnessed in the Gambia, because it has to deal with class and quality. Yeah. We've spent like most of our time trying to perfect this craft that we want to propose to the Gambians and to propose to the world. And then it's a product that anybody, despite your country, despite your background, despite whatever, you will buy. It's a product that we cooked for so long. We patiently sat and did this. So I believe everybody is going to love it. I'm certain with that. And then the concert is going to be in 3 days. Like, we are celebrating Gambia in 3 days. Gambia yesterday, Gambia today, and Gambia tomorrow. Because Gambia yesterday, few of us know, but we had people that left some legacies that we need to learn from it. And music is one of those. The late Musango, Super Eagles, Lion that just passed away not long ago. So these people have represented Gambia beyond borders, and that need to be celebrated for the generation to come after. So we have a lot of things to offer. And the Gambia today is something that people need to be inspired from the yesterday, and in order to move on, like, into today's life generation. And the Gambia tomorrow is what we are working on, because we're just not doing music as music, but we're doing music at the same time to inspire, to advocate, to try and send messages, contents that people can relate to, contents that are going to live here for the next 6 generations to come after us. So these are all things that we are keenly so much deep into it, and we've made so much research about it, and then we feel like we have a lot to offer to the Gambian audience, to the world at large. The Gambian music is growing, yes, but it's a bit dormant when we look at the statistic and how artists from other countries are showcased in the biggest stage around the world, in festivals and some bigger stage. You can see just few faces, or even no face from Gambia. So we have what it takes to go there. The talent is here. But what we need to understand is we just need to brand ourselves. And branding Gambian music is not difficult. The only way to brand ourselves is to use our culture. That's our identity. We have so much that the world is celebrating now, and it's from Gambia. The Kora is from the Gambia, no doubt. So few of us knows about that. And then if you go to Mali, they will tell you they own the Kora now. You go to Guinea-Bissau, they own the Kora now. Even in Senegal, they own the Kora now. So it's ours, and then we have to accept it. Our culture is our civilization, and it's the only thing that can give us that authentic look, and I think that's the brand. And coming to the classic, you will not regret being there, because it's going to be a show of its own. It's going to be spectacular, no doubt. And then we are trying to bring the impossible to be possible. Not just in a concert that you just walk to the stage and do whatever you want to do. But then we are going to put some great production that has to do with poetry, music, and so on inside the concert. So it's going to be remarkable. And I believe if somebody anyway have to miss this classic, the next day, Sunday, on Sunday, you're just gonna cry onto somebody and say, had I known. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, we have been working very hard towards this day, or towards this upcoming event. This is the classic. It's never easy to us because it was a long journey and very hard. And you know, as you all know, program is never easy in Gambia to organize or to host. And then we have been in a difficult time by taking things in a way that we wanted. But thanks to Almighty that everything is okay. And then this classic is something we Gambian don't know about. I think the word classic, if you know what those classics means, you understand what we are trying to bring. It's not going to be something that you people know, because Gambia, we all believe in one thing. When we say concert or show or a gig, we will have to come in our suits and then dance with music and everything. But this one is a different thing. This classic is like we're trying to bring everybody on board, both our parents, children, and our age group as well, so that they can all come and learn and also enjoy themselves. This classic is going to be something else, to be honest. I'm inviting all my friends and family and all the people around the globe, our fans, especially the one in diaspora. They always call us and then encourage us in what we are doing. It's never easy, but alhamdulillah. So this classic is something that we are cooking. I can say the food is already ready. It's ready to serve on Saturday. So I'm not going to tell you all of what we are doing, but I'll just try to tell you a few things that we have been doing through last 2 months. We have been doing a lot. First, to go to the concept of the program, and then getting all the missions that we need, and then go to places, rehearsing, and then creating our own stuff. Although it's about Gambia, because the team is made in Gambia, although we're going to bring Gambian music, and then music is very important because our culture is who we are, and inshallah we will do our best. We'll try to uplift the culture, because we all know that our culture is dying and we don't want that to happen. The kora and the voice is something that is very something that we own, and then inshallah on the day we're all gonna enjoy and then we're all gonna learn. It's gonna be a classroom which everybody here will learn and then enjoy yourself. So the band and then the organizing committee and the fan base, we did our assignments, our rehearsal and everything. We are all set to massacre the stage on Saturday, inshallah. So don't try to miss it. If you miss it, you will regret. It's a history that we are about to set, and it's going to happen annually. This is not an event that will just happen once and then we bring another event or bring another day. This classic is going to remain. It's going to be like an annual event. So get ready for this every year, and then every year will be different setup and different styles. Inshallah, you're all going to enjoy it. I thank you all.
Don't miss this classic event. I used to remember, this classic event at the Alliance Française. I don't know if most of you or some of you have ever attended the show. I'm sure you did, So let's not spoil the fun. It's going to be interesting with Mariam. Mariam is a new, of course, she is just another vibe, So yes, without wasting much of your time, we spent so much here. We will now open the floor for any question, Each one journalist, one question, then that way it will be fair, yeah? Thank you.
How optimistic are you that people are going to show up for the show?
To be honest, right now I'm not even concentrating on how many people are gonna come. I'm saying all I know is I'm trying to sell class, I'm trying to sell quality, and trust me, in selling class and quality, you don't even need to see so many or whatsoever. But I believe so many people will come on the show because it's been promoted well You understand? And then so many people have been contributing on the promotional aspect. So right now, whosoever is coming on this show, trust me, you will see and hear something that you will forever be grateful for. So when it comes to the people, Barhama is everybody's guy, man. Dollars of Mariama, So many people are coming to the show, not just to hear the voice, but just to see me smile. And to see our trip, you know what I'm saying? So trust me, people are gonna come. Even some, I'm not some Gina legacy.
Good afternoon. I am Empress Raji from NSTV. My question goes to Mariam Chan. Okay, Mariam, you have been doing music for a while now, but from a different sector. Now that you are joining your brother for the first time, did you feel disturbed or at any point in time say that, okay, can I do this? Or have any doubt within yourself?
Yes, because I think I've patiently took my time to perfect this craft. I remember going with him to the studio, and sometimes I'll do something and turn back to him and say, Barhama, Barhama. And you should have a teacher and I look up so much, look up to him. But then there was a time I didn't care if Barhama was my brother. All that I want was like, I need to impose myself to the Gambian people. If Barhama is my brother, that has to come next. But if people have to like Mariama, they have to like me for my talent. They have to appreciate me for my talent and not Lucky Barhama. Lucky Barhama has to come next. I don't believe in that. Yeah.
Okay. You have been doing music for so long, like Edwin just said, but I've never heard of you having an album and so, and I've never heard of a concert that is done by only Mariama. I only see the clubs and like they do design all that. Apart from this classic, are we expecting any album from you?
Yeah, classic is just it's just gonna launch me commercially into the Gambian music industry. From after the classic one, I'm just declaring myself to the Gambian population and to the world. Like after the classic, we are ready. It's magic. Now I don't have who say Halma because so I'm saying like that's what we believe in. Major and what have you. Understand, guys? He's my brother, but then he introduced me to the stuff. But then now I don't have like who say Halma and all those people that I've passed through. So time be just I believe.
Okay, assalamualaikum. My name is Ajam Shafar from Korea Radio. To you, Barhama and Mariama, either of you. I just want to know, because we are attending classic and we believe that you're representing the Gambia and want to bring out the culture that the Gambian had, in fact, because it's fading away and we all know that. But I want to know whether you've invited some of these Gambian artists who can actually bring out the culture of Gambia.
Yeah, we have invited our brothers and our sisters that we believe that can also add value to the show, because we believe that we have something that we want to give out, but there are so many artists out there who also represent Gambia in different aspects, especially when it comes to tradition and culture. So we have invited some people, and one of the names that I can say, when you talk about culture of us in music, you have to talk about Sambo Suso, You have not been seeing Sambo Suso in any Gambian platform. We have not been inviting her in anything. So trust me, she's going to be one of our special guest appearances and some other surprises, because we don't want to let the cat out of the bag. But trust me, so many artists are going to be seen who will also do a lot when it comes to representing that concept which is made in the Gambia.
My name is Franco from the Congress. Well, I must commend you for the foresight in organizing an event which you said is trying to recollect the country's glorious past in terms of music. Well, what's your take on the country's music then and now?
Yeah, my contribution to I stand in a position to talk about Gambia yesterday and Gambia today. I didn't live yesterday. Oh, but there is something that I've learned from music legends, because I was lucky enough to be under the leadership of that Uzuyasi, who has taught me a lot about how Gambia yesterday was. To most of us, the young cats right here, we'll sometimes be sitting and then saying that Sun Khalifa definitely a lot. But the problem is we haven't researched about our yesterday, which is a problem now. You understand? Yesterday's Gambia has done great. Look at Super Eagles, bro. Those people have traveled around the world when traveling was so difficult. In Senegal, they were the hard thing. In Sierra Leone, they were the next level thing. They went up to UK with their whole band. You understand? And that time, it wasn't like that. But now, even to go, with your whole band is a problem. So there is a problem somewhere. Is it has to do with the system? Is it has to do with the musicians, the players? Where is the problem at? So sometimes I will blame ourselves too, because to be honest, most of us as musicians, we just concentrate on one side. It's more than having a nice voice to sing. We have a lot that we represent. We are like teachers. So sometimes you chat with a musician, and at the end of the day, you feel so disappointed because the way they express themselves, the amount of information that they have. And then it's always good to understand that if you are a musician, it has to start from here. You have to equip yourself with enough information. You understand? So looking at Gambia yesterday, they have done a lot. But Gambia today, we have done a lot, but still we have a long journey to go to, you know what I'm saying? Because now the people are coming, the Gambians are supporting in their numbers, large numbers. But are we giving them quality? Are we giving them quality? Sorry for saying this. Just the last time I was in one office, not twice, but I was chatting with somebody that used to listen to Gambian music behind. You understand? But one thing that he made mention was, sometimes you guys cater more of one-sided crowd, You cater more for the young, but we don't consider that. We are also listening, but we are like that. So sometimes we can plant our vibe through our lyrics, through our sounds and things like that, So, yeah. Did I answer it right? Okay, thank you.
I am Maal from newspaper. You are talking about the classic aims about promoting the Gambian culture, bringing back the Gambian culture. What are you going to do next after this? Because to bring back the Gambian culture, it will not just stop at this song. It has to be a continuous thing. So what will be your next step after this?
Okay, whosoever knows Barhama, our brand has been representing culture in general, because one thing that we've tried to define at the initial point of our career was, no matter how, if at all you sing in reggae, you can sing reggae more than Bob Marley. If you want to sing, jazz or whatsoever, you can do it more than the people that lives in that environment. So, but ask people, we have something that can be exported all around the world. And what makes this thing really interesting is what? Originality, authenticity. Now, you understand? This originality is what belongs to us. And then I believe that classic is just one part of it. After this classic, we'll be doing different things that has to do with our culture, that has to do with our music. Because Gambian music, Gambian culture have a lot to contribute, have a lot to offer. But we have not been exploring that. So right now, classic is just one part of it. But obviously, after classic, we'll be doing some other things. Everybody that has been listening to Mariama, Barhama, you know that. We are always with the Kora. Just not long ago, when I went to Russia, I went there with the Kora. You understand? After performing, they also want to take me again. But this time they were like, you have to come. But this time we already have a band for you here. So you just need to come without a Kora. I told them that I'm not coming. Because if I'm coming here, do something that you guys appreciate, is because I've brought an instrument that you guys have never seen before. Yes? So it's beyond the voice, but the instrument around it, and then how it's been portrayed. So culture is our civilization. We understand that very well, and we are ready to represent it in any circumstances.
My name is Alasanda. I'm from Tra TV. By all of Laiwana.
It's fine.
Thank you. Mariama, dafa am wala bëgg laajte ci sa wàllu music. Dafa am foo nekkoon balaa nga ñëw ci Barhama waaye sa ñëw bi ci Barhama danga am keneen ku la wax ne na nga ñëw join sa broda bi musicien la o comme like yow yaa xelaat pour ñëw o Barhama moo la xaj pour nga ñëw. Beneen bi mooy ci wàllu music Gambia fii nii comme nit ñi musiciens yu bëri dañ dee nekk di gaaruwaalante di ŋaññante ngir ñu am pause so léegi yéen as a musicien ban jéego nga nekk di liggéey ci side boobu noonu ngir loolu mën a génn fii nii tag
Yes, Barhama nelaw rek moo ñu leen taxale understand he's a brother dafa nekk ne rek dama doon jànga I just don't want to have this notion ne suma mag musicien la so bàyyi rek ma dem nekk si gannaaw if I wasn't good develop suma boppa to benn level people wouldn't have appreciated me I've went to platforms yi nga xam ne nii gars yi xamuñ ne rek Barhama la sax suma talent moo fa yóbbu after bu ko gars yi xamee they are like wow no wonder but then it just added value and nothing more understand that classic bi moom like I'll be doing my solo career and he's gonna be doing his solo career and bi su jotee annually we're gonna come together and host a classic join our whatever loolu la I understand but then fi nga nekk di waxee moo nekk we don't have time for that then on purpose we have a purpose of doing music nekkuñ fi pour gaaruwaale nekkuñ fi pour askan bi leen fi nekk before we started doing music commercially we were activism we speak for the rights of the women children and so activism then started talk about things that affected the society ba pare dofuñ de we sat in class, we learned the A's and B's of music before we were able to do music. You understand? So we know what we are doing, we know our purpose. And then one thing that we really understand, we know how powerful music is able to influence people's thought, idea, and even way of life. Sometimes when they buy help, the content we put out there, content being a put you it's affecting a whole lot of people. Understand that? Psychologically. Do you understand that? But so understanding music physically, understand spiritually, you will know how powerful music is. And then the other development we have reached that understanding. So don't make a problem. Yeah.
Yes, we have two more, then we wrap it up.
I think we got a sense speaking, but I didn't know that much of the position. There's someone that in Gambia today, humans in Gambia, why you guys are looking for the security, and that we are not in a woman on aspect of
Yeah, wax nga lu am solo ndax ne képp ku war a dajale ay nit sa responsibility la pour seen lu leen aar nga taxaw si yàlla dafa def ne ñun niti jaamale te yàlla dafa am lu olof wax ñu ne li ngay jaay moo lay jaay nit ki noo mel rek ni you attract more of those kind of people Barhama niti jaamale and we are expecting that the people who ñëw niti jaamale ñoo si ëppa but loolu tamit taxul ni ñu teg suñu loxo right now anything that has to do with security is already been sorted out. It's already been sorted out. Time suma ayam Barhama at Kiusini. Boka na one of the events in the more than secure any other event. You understand? That because I'm not burning over in the you have the airport number tankare. But you say you don't get back anymore how secure the event is. So Lulu Jack and I say a lot. The inshallah already right now as I'm talking to you, team be job and security be every people te tey nii sax ñu ngi dem pour gën a check naka lay war a doxalee bagage so when it comes to security loolu amul dara loolu si tiit amul dara loolu si ragal because it's already been sorted out.
Yeah, bro.
That's my guy.
So, man, I'm gonna go to the business aspect of things. Young people are something that is very important on how avenues are all paved out for artists legally, for them to sell themselves out. But actually, so many number of artists that are traveling outside to showcase their talent. For me, now the number is limited compared to before when there was no much support. And my nigga Mariam was about the A's and the B's. So where do you think the problem exactly lies? Is it the A's and the B's that need how much, or they lack proper management?
Yeah, harapan lunch Mariama check is blessed. You know, this guy talent never lose its value, you understand? This guy that's one thing. Most of us are musicians in Gambia. We always Gambia in the it's hard to say, but Gambia in the so Gambia. Yeah, okay, right now. Most of us that are in the Gambia musicians, we are so short-sighted. Whenever we doing something about music, we consider just the Gambia. While music is beyond that. Music is beyond that because sometimes, nobody knows who's listening. He might be from another place. He might be somebody that never knows what you're doing or even the language that you're singing. But when it is right, whosoever listens to it will connect with it in every aspect. So I believe most of us are Gambians that have the chance to travel before. We had the chance through people that are in the Gambia. So we are there to entertain the Gambian crowd. But there is a bigger crowd more than just the Gambia. You understand? A crowd, that love music for music. And they understand what it is. And they understand who is good and how it's done. That's one. And talking about the A and the B's, I think it's always good to have a knowledge of what you're doing. One, music, sometimes you might not even learn music or understand the A's and B's in order to make it. Because music has something to do with ears. I'm digging Buba. But it's always good to have a knowledge of what you do. I'm feeling different from any other individuals, So I believe that's part of it. What Mariama will,
Yeah, moms.
Yep.
Your question, The problem is quality. Yeah.
Quality in music or
In music. Sola Jabata is starting out across the globe with her band. Yeah, Yousou Ndure is touring with her band. So it has to do with what can we offer. You cannot export what we've already imported. You understand? So there is a level of authenticity, and then we have to appreciate what we have. And then one of the problems that I believe we have is like, then they tell us to go for star with their good. Then they never say coin the reggae in la Mariam stanga. So you will end that star life. You feel not found the touch. And then you go to a certain level whereby you are open to certain opportunities because of your fame, but then your talent cannot get you through that. So what you have to do is like, so now to Janga, that's the end of you, and then you cannot go in front of it. So that's the end of you. But I urge anybody that want to do music, any young person out there, music, let us take time, patience, perfect our craft. I remember Ibrahim Cisse, that was 8 years back. I mean, this is something that he always tells me. So Mariam, you have a lot to offer, but be patient. Today is the day I just understand that word patience. Yeah, it's healing, man. Yeah, thank you.
So just to add on that, the patient aspect of it, I believe during the early days of Mariama, she was that hungry to make things. Sometimes she would record a song, play it for me, and then I would like, yo, be bound. be bowed. Everything that she brought, I'll be like, be bowed. Sometimes she will cry and be like, what's wrong with you? Sometimes this and this and this. But those moments, it was really crazy for me to explain something that she would understand. You understand? I was like, a day will come, you will thank me for saying this, be bowed. Because I didn't have the opportunity for somebody to be behind me telling me the wrongs that I'm doing. You see? But I believe just last year, with everything that Mariama is doing, just last year I talked, to be honest, but they go on better, to be honest. Right now, I can say that anywhere you are, I don't need to worry in any aspect. Musically, here, which is very important, and other things, you see? Silako and to be honest, right now, you are ready to, and then I believe you can represent Gambia in every aspect. So I believe quality is something that is lacking. And it's very important for us to consider those things.
Yes, time is. Are we sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
No, you guys are not sure. Let me close the press conference and then we go. Yes, let's do that. I think it's a culture. Anytime we host a press conference, he will do something. So today they will do something together. Then from right there, we wrap up, we go home. Saturday we meet where? Benjamin.
What's about to happen?
It's a leak of
we call it El Clasico because Mariam should get 3 days in the Mariam. So I'm not gonna say much, but not to other jiggy. Fili chicken is smiling like money. So
take on balance. Cuba me kelele for Cuba sike. Cuba me kelele yes. Cuba me kelele for Cuba sike. Cuba me kelele luba levelola. Ninam samade luba levelola. Luba levelola. Ninam samade.
Negativity far away, happiness around. Free up your mind and be ready to enjoy.
Sharabai samba, ganyak kusaya jema, saniyayo may madola, tumate dagawa.
Sharabai samba, ganyak kusaya jema, saniyayo may madola, tumate dagawa.
Boy bichi konbin no siba dola, sude kaya yung ponse la de.
Jaga bichi konbi, de lucian ba dola, sude.